Hi, my name is Ethel Hoskins, and I am a retired teacher from Elm Elementary School in Vacaville, California. Taught there for 38 years. It is now Kairos Elementary School, which is behind Pacific Hardware. My grandfather was W.J. Pleasance, who came to this valley in 1850 after he and his father left the gold fields. They started ranching operations and eventually owned thousands of acres that went from Quail Canyon to the banks of Pewter Creek. At one time, he raised lots of kinds of grain and wheat, etc., like that. He also had thousands of head of sheep, many hundred heads of cattle, and he was one of the first to switch from that kind of operation to trees such as apricots, peaches, pears, plums, and also a few of the nut tree varieties. The ranch now consists of about 406 acres and has been in the family since W.J.'s arrival here in 1850. Many buildings were built, 15 of which now remain and are on the National and State Historic Register of Significant Places. One of these buildings is the Victorian home, which is behind me. It was the last home he built and is my home now. The home was completed in 1891, and in 1892 there was an earthquake that came and leveled Pleasance Valley, leveled Winters, and one of his entries said of one of the many shocks, it swayed 3 feet from side to side. One of those shocks put the house off its foundation. True story, didn't make it up. The family surrounded the house and prayed, and an aftershock came and put it right back on its foundation. And I feel so honored and blessed to be part of that legacy. My dad and mom continued the operations and raised mainly fruit crops and then switched to walnuts, and they also had cattle. But due to oak root fungus and all different kinds of things, the orchard production stopped but still had cattle. Currently, I raise a few walnuts, and I'm working with the University of California at Davis to see what the best use is for the land and how the walnuts can be in better production. I also have cattle, and I've contacted with Solar Bees to raise queen bees here on the property, and they're normally here with their hives from June on. Anyway, I should say from March through June. So as I am at the end of my family line and wanting to preserve the ranch for future generations, I've done a couple of things. One of the things I've done is put an easement on the property with Solano Land Trust. I'm so grateful for them. The other thing I have done is formed a nonprofit 501c3 called the Joyful Ranch Foundation. Its mission is to educate and inspire the general public on the rich history of the W.J. Pleasance Ranch and to provide a place for spiritual renewal. We do this by preserving historic buildings, securing habitat for wildlife and native plants. Well, maybe not every native plant. I'm not real fond about the poison oak bunch. Conserving land and waterways, supporting ag, and maintaining scenic vistas, I should say. I'm truly grateful for the foundation and the members that serve so willingly. You may find out more about Joyful Ranch at our website, www.joyfulranch.org. Thank you.